Okay, today is Saturday, May the 3rd. I didn't do a video yesterday because we got our grandbaby, which was absolutely incredible, and something that both my wife and I find the most joy, that more than we could have ever imagined. Um, and then today, my wife and I went to the gym, we trained. It was a great day. You know, I'll tell you, these videos aren't really about that, but if you aren't into fitness at all, it's incredible for your mental health. And if you have an opportunity to do that with your spouse, that I would highly recommend it. I can tell you that, not just because of that by any means, but it's something that we bonded over, and we're 18 years into our marriage now, and my wife and I are closer than we were the day we got married, definitely. And I don't think she would agree. I know that she would agree with me that we know each other obviously way better, and I don't imply that we don't have problems. Of course we do. There's things I do that irritate her and vice versa. But overall, we have a really good relationship. And more importantly, our love has grown, and we've bonded over both our daughter, our grandbaby, training. I mean, it's just another thing we've added. So if you have a chance to do it, it's something good to do. But I was talking to my wife earlier about kind of the idea of manifestation and happiness, and just in general talking. And she said she watched a video recently, and probably everyone out there has seen something similar. I have. I didn't see the video she had, but I've seen very similar. It was children in a village. I don't know whether it was South America or Africa, but they were in a very poor village. They didn't have much. The people were walking to get water here in 2025. Hard to believe. But they were all incredibly happy, hungry, poor, but extremely happy. And when I say that, you know, a lot of people try to use guilt and to say, you see, you have so much more than them, and so you should be happy. And while that's true, that's not the reason for your happiness. But the better message, I think, and you know, look, I have said this before. If this is a new video for you, let me make it clear. I am not teaching or preaching. I'm just sharing things that I believe, and I'm not into right and wrong. I don't do that. I'm doing this to share for anybody that may be watching, and for most importantly, the guy watching right there in the image on the phone where I'm recording this, me, because I watch these over and over, and they inspire me and remind me more than anything of the commitment that I've made. But what I think the message is that your happiness can't be tied to any of your dreams. It just can't be. Now, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't strive for that, because you can do so much more for yourself, your family, and for others. You know, obviously, if being completely impoverished or being wealthy is a better way. But that's not the source of your happiness, because there's always going to be something. It could be your health, it could be your finances, it could be, you know, family, not a good relationship. So I look at those things and I say, well, you know, I've got a lot. And that's how I start my day. You know, I've explained before. You wake up and you think of gratitude, and you don't look and go, God, I have more than them, so I should be happy. That's not right. The better thing is look at those people and how happy they are. And they're happy despite their situation, not because of. That's the message. So you're grateful for that, and that puts you in a great mindset to then pray. And it also, when you detach your happiness from that, it's a lot easier to manifest by praying as if you're prayer is already answered as if you already have it. In prayer, you're thanking the Creator for what He's already given you. And, you know, some people say, Neville says, thinking is with the wish fulfilled. It's the same thing. You're praying because you know that if you put yourself there, it is there. It's there for you. So you just have to, again, detach your happiness from that. And when you can do that, when you can say, hey, I am already happy. I'm choosing happiness. You know, when I first got married, that was something that I would do with my wife every morning. You know, I would whisper to her as I would before I'd go to work, and I would just say, have a great day today. And I would do it with our daughter too. Just whisper in their ear, you know, remember, happiness is a choice. Wake up and choose happiness. And, you know, I was telling them, but I wasn't doing it myself. And now I do. Now I do tell myself that. So I believe that there is greatness out there for everyone, and that you can have anything that you want, and that whether you are trying to do this or not, you are manifesting. You don't have to believe it, just like you don't have to believe in gravity. But if you step off of a cliff, it's going to be there. And we don't even have to understand it. In fact, scientists don't understand gravity. There's just heard a new study that they're not sure if it even has to do with the same factors that they used to. So scientists are, that's science, it's always evolving. But we know it's true. We know that. And you don't have to understand it to know the results of it. It's the same thing here. You don't have to understand why. But what you put in your mind, I know because I've proven it. I've done it throughout my life. I have consistently been given opportunity. I was blessed to be very intelligent. And for anyone that knew me as a kid, they would not have predicted that I would be making these videos about where I am at the age of 53. And I don't say that to brag for sure, but I also don't say it to beat myself up anymore. I just say it because it's a fact. It is what it is. But what I keep going back to myself is that if my thinking compelled me to have the thought process and the actions that I did, and to miss the opportunities that I did, or to maybe not even have the opportunities that I should have because of what was going on in my mind, that's actually encouraging, because that tells you that if you change that, you can change the rest. And I don't plan on checking out anytime soon. I hope to be here for many, many more years. And so I believe that that's what will happen. And I really believe that these videos are going to be a true testament to someone on their climb, that it won't be someone saying, hey, this is what I did, you know, after already being at the top, but this is what I remember doing. No, it'll be, hey, look, follow it, take a look, see exactly the ups and downs, the videos where I'm a little bit more confident, positive, and somewhere you can kind of tell, you can read between the lines that, you know, I've had my ass kicked that day. But look, I don't want to make the video any longer. I hope somebody out there gets something from it. And if you have any comments, advice, you want to bitch at me, tell me I'm a moron, you know, I don't care. Do it. I appreciate you, and, you know, love yourself, because somebody loves you. I promise you that. Number one, your Creator does. But there's others. And number one needs to be you.